Okay, so on to the next track in Scott's Rock Saloon 535 miniseries, man. This one over here is Metal Church, also another band or artist or whatever it is that we've never reacted to on this channel, and the song is called In Harm's Way. So for those of you who are only joining us now, I suggest you go back to the beginning of the series. We started off with Blackstone Cherry, and that track was fire. It was called White Trash Millionaire, I promise you. It was fire, just good old school American rock. Loved it. This is Metal Church, never heard this ever. This is brand new to the channel, man. I love it when new artists come to the channel, man. Let's see what we got. Let's go. I love when we start with the acoustic guitar. It's just such a beautiful sound.
Empty spaces of the mind, that's where I store my past.
Hey.
A ghostly image that I fear has yet to be surpassed. I pray that I won't carry all the pain till the end.
Hey.
From your guardian, the one who should protect. I'm innocent of that decision, but wonder why that left.
Okay, so this is literally talking about his childhood and how that created a ghostly image in his mind, which is kind of like his demons, which is kind of struggling to get past over there because he was neglected by his parents, neglected by the people that should have been there for him. This over here is like, I wonder why dad left. On this side for me, it's like it's the reverse. I wonder why mom left, but I don't wonder why. I know. I know why. But yeah, it's literally about your childhood and all that kind of thing. So quite important song. So it's scary how many people you can relate to this kind of thing, sadly, right? Because people don't understand what it actually means to be a parent. But anyway, carry on.
Every night I'd hide in bed and plan to run away, far
I like the aggressiveness in the way he's delivering it from the vocals over there, because it's almost like his way, it's his therapy, it's almost like his way of getting this off his chest, essentially. I'm not entirely sure if he's actually talking about himself or he's talking about a child, like there's a protagonist in the story where it's just a child that goes through this, because so many children go through this. It's actually frightening how many children go through this. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse. The more nihilistic and the more narcissistic the world is getting, it's getting worse. It's either we don't want them at all, and if we do land up having children by accident, we want to get rid of them as quickly as possible in terms of like aborting them, or if they come to this world, there's this disdain for them because it's like, oh my God, you've affected my life now. Do you know what I mean? It's everything's about me and not about the actual child itself, which is actually quite funny because once you actually get into that child's world, your life just gets better personally. But anyway, carry on. Loving the guitars and
mommy
They don't agree. Kid always has an alternative inside. It may feel like they don't have an alternative inside, and yes, and that can really, really hurt and hamper their development to some degree, right? But there are always alternatives inside. Always. I mean, eventually, when they grow up, they'll have to take, they'll have to break the cycle and get out of that. It's easier said than done. I know, I understand that, but to say that there is no alternative is impossible. There is always an alternative to absolutely everything. There is an alternative for a child, for an adult, for whoever. There's always that other route out. You know what I mean?
There's no alternative inside. He throws up barriers to get through. A human life's a gift from God. Your conscience and your heart are gone. You're my true crew to have a point of view. No one can tell. Oh, how dare you? How does a child get himself out of harm's way? A price not one to pay.
It's true though. Speaking facts over here in terms of like, when you are a child, you don't really know how, you don't know how to navigate these kind of things. You literally are, you feel like you're always in harm's way. And to a certain degree, some children, and a lot of children, are actually in harm's way. And yeah, I mean, in that moment over there, I mean, eventually as they grow up, you see, I say that, but it's also very difficult when you're brought up in an environment where you've been neglected and deprived of so many things. It comes down to that rich dad, poor dad story, right? Whatever you see is what you're going to model. And if that's your life, that's the life you saw, that's the life you're going to model at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? But like, even when they say like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and some people will say that that's not true, but that is true. Do you know what I mean? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree because the apple is of the tree. The apple is the tree. So where's it going to fall? It's going to fall. I mean, the apple is the tree and the tree is its roots. All right? So it's going to fall by the tree at the end of the day. And if your roots, and if that's what you saw, that's what you were modeled on, breaking out of that psyche is unbelievably difficult. But it can be done. I'm just saying it can be done. Do you know what I mean? For anybody who has gone through that, it can be done. Like now that you have control over your own life, all right? You need to put that aside, and then you need to start making your own decisions. You can't be in your 20s and still be blaming your childhood. You need to let go of that, or else you're never ever going to move forward. Anyway, carry on, man. Let's go.
Don't you care your kids are dying from the senseless torment that you put them
I really love the guitars in this. I love the lyrics, I love the guitars. These lyrics hit pretty close to home for me. The only thing with that is that it kind of like washes over me now, like it's like water off a duck's back. I used to struggle with this kind of thing, and now I've but dealt with all of that shit from my childhood. So and I've let it go. I've put it to rest. But this is very real for a lot of people. A very important song. Love the instrumentation over here. Love the vocals. I loved everything about the song, actually. It was very, very, very cool. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the very next one. Peace!